We are doing Extra Life again this year, where you can mash buttons, roll dice, play games, and help kids along the way. I hope you'll be a part of that with us. Stick around after the video for more information. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. We've got a ton going on here at Spirit Blade Productions and Christian Geek Central, including our in-depth Bible study for geeks, movie, game, and other entertainment reviews or commentary, live streams, Christian geek news, original audio dramas, and tons more. And on top of all that, you can become a Spirit Blade insider with an influential voice and get access to exclusive content and rewards. It's your involvement as a patron that will keep all of this going and growing, so I want to thank you for your consideration in that. For more information, please check out our Patreon page through the link below at patreon.com/spiritbladeproductions. Thanks for listening. I was going to try and sing it up there. Too high. Listen to that orchestra. Okay. I should actually get this show on the road, because there might be some kind of a... I don't know if Square Enix will come after me for having this music playing or not. But this is... let me talk about this just a little bit in the order of the list. This is Dragon Quest VIII. So if you've been curious about Dragon Quest XI and not really familiar with the Dragon Quest series, Dragon Quest VIII came out in... Let's see, when was this? 2004, 2005. So probably 4 in Japan and 5 in the US. This game really got me. This was the first Dragon Quest game I'd played since the original Dragon Warrior. But playing this, I love the gameplay so much, I went back, and it's one of the main reasons I bought a Nintendo DS Lite, so I could play the DS or the remastered versions of the older games in the series that had been put on that handheld that you couldn't play anywhere else, you know. And it really, I just loved the gameplay. I loved the combat. But yeah, before that, see, after Chrono Trigger, Castlevania Symphony of the Night, I played that in a previous, I think, all-time favorite game live stream last year's when I played that. I haven't played Final Fantasy IX yet on this stream, but it for the longest time was my favorite Final Fantasy. Shadow Hearts, I've got a video up about that you can look at. So then we come to Dragon Quest VIII, and yeah, this was such a cool return to the basics of JRPG turn-based combat without the flair of any real-time elements, you know, to keep people on their toes or whatever. Let's see here. Galactic Genesis says, as Square Enix, did you say Final Fantasy? Copyright strike! That almost sounds like a kung fu move. Copyright strike! Alright, let's see. I think I left off here. Hey, Barbells and Joysticks. Thanks for coming by. And welcome back, Eclectic 1995. More orchestral theme. You hear this? When this game was released in Japan, it had a very MIDI, 90s MIDI sounding kind of score to it. But when they brought it over to the West, they imported into it the live orchestration that had been recorded, so that Westerners, and maybe as a special edition in Japan, I can't remember, you had a live orchestra for the whole thing. It gave it this kind of classy vibe to it. I remember that when my wife, Holly, heard me playing this game, after hearing some of my other games of the era using like sampled digital type stuff, you know, as their their orchestral sounds, she was like, "What is this? What are you playing?" You know, and she would sometimes be because she was she working from home yet at the time. Maybe she would just be busy doing stuff in her office space, which was across the way from my office. And she, like, this was the first game, she was like, "You can leave the door open. You know, I like listening to this music, you know." I'm sad to say that Dragon Quest XI, and this has been a controversial thing already in among some players, and kind of resulted in lower scores in some of the reviews. I think, or it's been at least a point where it's kind of gotten knocked down a peg on in the scores. It's not orchestrated by, it's not a live orchestra. It's not a recording of an orchestra in Dragon Quest XI. In fact, it sounds like the score of Dragon Quest Builders, which was very 90s MIDI sounding. So I don't know how I'm going to adapt to that when, like, this PS2 2005 game has this rich, beautiful sounding live orchestral soundtrack, and the newest version of the series coming out 12, 13 years later is going to sound, like, worse. I don't know. Anyway, so I just, in my prep time, got this to a spot where I knew I could just be traveling and wandering and mostly just be engaging in the combat. Since that's the meat and potatoes of what this series is, it's not about the story. The stories are very, just generic and not very interesting. That's not what you play a Dragon Quest game for. You play it for the exploration, for fighting enemies, getting stronger, getting money to buy more powerful weapons, occasionally finding cool, unique weapons and items and stuff, getting stronger so that you can explore more dangerous areas. It's just like this repeating loop of exploration and gaining ability and some nice low-level tactics combat. No. Okay, so this is... Oh, is that Pater that does that? Let's see here. Let's go. Oh, yeah, these are Pater's abilities. Okay, so I'll just do attack for now. I don't think Yangus knows any spells. He hasn't learnt any spells for battle. And, oh boy, maybe I should turn the voice acting on. I turned it off really quick after starting this game, but maybe you guys would be interested in hearing it. Frizz... You know what? I don't think this is going to be hard. Let's just do a normal attack here. And normally this aesthetic of artwork would not be my thing. It's very bright and colorful and kind of whimsical. Dingalings, that's the name of the enemies, Dingalings. It's really punny. Like, this... If you've listened to, like, my reviews and heard me talk about typically what I like aesthetically, you might be very confused right now. It's like, Pater, how can you like this game? And it really comes down to the gameplay. I've just discovered over the last 5 to 10 years, I just care a lot more about gameplay mechanics than I do about story and sometimes even theming and aesthetics. If the gameplay wasn't so much to my liking, I don't think I would put up with the aesthetics. Like, I did turn off the voice acting. Let me turn it back on. No, I don't want to talk. In fact... Okay, blah, 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 blah. Can we get out of here? There it is. They kind of have buttons mapped to weird things, to, like cancel is square. Select, like yes or activate or whatever, that's X, that makes sense, but... Cancel is square, that's a little odd to me. Alright, let's turn these voices on. I don't know if we'll hear any. It might not be for a while until there's like a cutscene or something where they'd actually have voices. But we'll give it a try. Alright, I haven't heard anything about the Final Fantasy VII Remake Eclectic 1999, or 95, sorry. Let's fight this guy. Mullet Mallet. Oh man, he's not doing so good. Let's see here. See, this is where some tactics comes into play, because in these games you can really need to heal frequently, and you have to figure out, okay, well, how many is it worth the magic points yet to heal this guy? And then also there's like timing involved, like items can be used more quickly than healing spells. Those will sometimes take a little bit longer, and so you have to figure out, well, should I have Pater in this case eat one of his healing items, because that'll be faster, but those, I got a finite supply of those, whereas every time I rest I get all my magic points back, so which one should I use, you know? But if he dies, then I gotta lug his corpse all the way back to town to get him resurrected, you know, so I'm gonna try and just heal him with a spell. Oh, he does. Jessica doesn't have any healing spells. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna have her. Wait a minute. What abilities? Okay, she hasn't learned any abilities for battle. Let's try items then. Medicinal herb, and we'll use this on Pater. Oh crap! Pater dies. Gotta go back to town. Dang it. Okay, that's probably why this guy was visible, because he's optional. You know, he's optional fight, a little harder than usual. I didn't think he was going to be that bad with the opening round, but crap. Yeah, he doesn't know any spells. Oh no, I should have used a spell! Jessica! That was a horrible choice. Oh man. Okay, you guys might see what a game over screen looks like. Let's go all out. Oh. Nice. Ooh. Copper monster coin. I don't know what that does. What's back there? Looks like a treasure chest, but I'm not ready to go after it yet. Okay, I don't think I have like a warp ability yet, so I need to just walk back to town. I'm gonna spend, like the first two games I just spent 30 minutes on. This one I'm gonna spend like closer to 60 minutes on. Just because it's a little bit more of interest to me with Dragon Quest XI coming up. Maybe it's of more interest to some of you with Dragon Quest XI coming on Tuesday. Speaking of which, holy crap, guys. That's gonna be... it's gonna be a crazy week for me next week. Because Spider-Man's coming out on Friday, and I will probably try to get a head start on that, buying it and start playing it over the weekend, and recording myself while I do that, of course. Resurrection! How much is this going to cost me? Okay, 80's not... I guess that's not too bad. Oh, great and benevolent goddess. They've got the goddess theology carrying through most of these games. I can't remember which... if it was there as early as Dragon Warrior 1, you know, or when it was introduced to the game. I don't remember anything about a goddess in the first one. There were churches and... Oh yeah, no, you didn't even have Resurrection in the first game because it was just one party. There was no party, it was just a single dude. So I'll bet they brought this whole resurrection, like the goddess theology in, as soon as they had a church that you used to resurrect party members. So probably with the second game maybe would have been the earliest. Alright. Well, it better be her will. I just paid her $80. Thank you. Oh, at least I get all my hit points back. That's cool. No. Alright. I'm just gonna stay at the inn. Yeah, this is now... I came back to this. This is probably about... How far into the game am I? I didn't see when I loaded my save. A few hours, 8 hours maybe? Into the game? Because I started replaying it a couple months ago, just kind of in anticipation of Dragon Quest XI. Oh, let me move this camera a little bit. I'm not happy with that. And should I pop it in one maybe? That's a little better. Yeah, I like that better. Stay overnight, yeah. Because if you rest until evening, then you'll be traveling at night. There's a day-night cycle, and the monsters are harder at night. I don't want to do that. That little musical motif, I think, is used in every single Dragon Quest game. This game, there's such purity in the series, and I think in part because the fans really expect it at this point. This is a huge game, and it has been huge for years in Japan. Like, they started releasing it on Saturdays or something in Japan because they discovered at one point that people would just not show up to work if they released this game during the week. Ding-a-lings, I can handle these guys. Let's see here. Now there is an option to put these guys on like an AI system. So let's see here, I'll say fight wisely for both of these guys. And what does all mean? Oh, okay, yeah. So you can choose a single AI for all of them, or individual AI options for each character. So I'm just controlling Pater now, the lead guy. But the other people, they just choose, whatever seems kind of sensible, and that might involve using some spells against tougher enemies. So I'll maybe keep their AI on for a little bit while I'm just kind of wandering around. Rugged Warrior says, I'm so glad Spyro got delayed. Spider-Man, Spyro, and Shadow of the Tomb Raider in September was crazy. Yes, a lot of games coming out. I'm kind of like relieved that I'm not interested personally in the new Red Dead Redemption game. Because it's just too many games for me. And like, I mean, I'll still probably try to rent and do a trial and error review of it. Because, if it doesn't have the same problems that I had with Red Dead Redemption, then, hey, I'll be all for it, but yeah, a lot of games this fall. And Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I'm not done playing Assassin's Creed Origins, so I'll probably do a trial and error of that one as well if I can rent it, but I won't be ready to play that one till sometime first half 2019 at the earliest, I would think. Especially not with Dragon Quest XI and Spider-Man coming out. My gosh. Alright, how are we doing on health? I don't multitask well, so I might make some lousy strategic decisions here. Now, some of the things that I have already heard have not been fixed in Dragon Quest XI that I really wish were are you can't save wherever you want. So in this game, if I go to... Oops, I don't possess a world map. Let's see. Nope. Let's go here. There's no option. You have to be at... you have to go to a church or find a priest or a nun somewhere. To find some religious institution in person to save this game. So, in other words, save points, which is a hallmark of JRPGs. And, I feel like that's not respectful of my time. I don't mean that literally the people making this game are not respectful of my time, but I'm like, I got a life to live. I got, like, kids and a wife who might, need my help with something, or that, it would be irresponsible of me to just assume I can dedicate an entire night to getting through a dungeon or whatever. Where was that? I'm lost now. I wanted to go check out that treasure chest since I killed that Hammerhood guy. So I'm disappointed that that's not a thing. At least on PS4, I'll be able to put my PS4 to sleep. And but I mean, if I'm switching back and forth between games, which is more common for me now than it ever used to be, then I'm still kind of out of luck. So, oh boy. So that issue will be mitigated a little bit by the sleep function of the PS4, but not as much as I'd like. The other thing that I am anticipating not being a fan of, but still, you know, getting along with somehow, is the lack of a quest log. There's no quest log in this game. You can stop and talk to your party members and ask them where they think you should go right now, but that's not going to help you with side quests. Keeping track of, you know, all that stuff. So that stinks. Because it's easy for me to put down a game and be away from it for a week and then come back and be like, okay, now what was I doing? And in Skyrim or something, you got a quest marker, or at least you got some kind of indicator of what you should do next. And there's nothing like that here. And that, ugh, man, that's rough. Let's see, he knows some healing magic. At least 30, okay. Yeah, I've got a good amount of MP right now. That can wait, maybe. That should not wait. Okay, and we're back off to the races. Oh, I do have evac. I just saw evac. Who has evac? Is that just to get out of a dungeon, though? Let's see here. What do we got here? Allows you to exit instantly from dungeons, caves, and towers. Okay, so that doesn't warp me back to town. Let's see. Cures a single ally of the effects of poison. Oops, dang it. Wrong button. Not used to this mapping for circle to get back in the menu. I'm so used to hitting triangle. Like, you hit the triangle button to open up your menu, and they want circle in here. And can I remap my buttons? Nope. Okay. Oh! I didn't quite mean that. Jeez Louise, Pater. So, oh yeah, I've got a Chimera Wing, so I can warp back to town if I really need to. And then... yeah, okay. Okay, so L1 and R1 to navigate the menus here. Alchemy Pod. I think I've got something cooking in there that I put in before I saved my game last. Nice, Galactic Genesis. I didn't even think about that. He says, I laughed when he said you need a religious figure to save this game. Oh, he's back! Can I get past him? Is he gonna run at me? Let's see here. Okay, no, I got past him. Alright. Oh, let's see here. Okay. Yeah, let's just, already calling for that backup. This guy. I forgot that that's the main thing that dinglings can do, is get nastier enemies to come in and join them. That's the other thing about, like, really well-made JRPGs, is they force you to make decisions about, okay, now who should I take out? Like, this big guy is clearly the biggest threat. But the longer the dingling sticks around, the more likely he is to summon more guys and make the situation worse. So you have to try and take them out first, you know? So there's these little light tactical decisions that make it enjoyable for me. Nice. Hey, Truthseeker 1995. Welcome, welcome. Let's see, what do we got going on around these corners? Oh, okay, invisible wall? Oh no, just a little ledge I couldn't walk over. Well, let's look up here then. Those footsteps are okay. I like the sounds of footsteps and crunchy boots and stuff like that in games. Those are okay. I've heard better. Alright, oh, what's this psych up thing? I haven't done that in a while. Let's try psyching up. I think you get, like, more powerful attacks or something. Bum, 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 ba-da-dum, 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 ba-da-dum. That little that's like, I think that's been around since. There's all these little menu sounds and little musical motifs and stuff that have been consistent in like every game of the Dragon Quest series, you know. And so aesthetic choices, enemy design, it's the same enemy designs with some, you know, new ones thrown in, of course, to add to the mix. But like these enemy designs, like if, I don't think I'm going to fight any slimes out here, but those slimes have had the same art design since the very first Dragon Quest game. And I think there's some charm and nostalgia to that. Like, even having only played Dragon Warrior at this point when I first played this game, I did get pulled into nostalgia. I thought it was kind of a novelty that they would keep some of those elements all these years later in Dragon Quest VIII. But at this point, I'm okay. I would be okay if they moved on from some of those. You know, I think it'll still be nostalgic for me on Tuesday when I play Dragon Quest XI. But I think mechanically, some things I'll probably be wishing they would move along a little bit. Oh, he's just staring blankly into space. That's kind of cool. Eclectic 1995 said, the music is quite pleasant to listen to, and who is it? Rugged Warrior says the music gives me Fantasia vibes. Yeah, it's got this kind of classy, old school kind of style to it, you know? That fanfare, that's been around since the beginning too. That's the level up fanfare. Crack! Wonder what that spell does. She just goes into a corner and smokes something and she's useless for the rest of the game. Oh wait, what am I doing here? I don't want to do that. Sex appeal. What is this? Gives you the ability to make monsters stop and stare. This skill is the gateway to learning some quite provocative dance techniques as well. They have kind of like a... I mean, this is anime inspirations, you know. There's kind of like a... there's a promiscuity to... and a sexualization to a lot of anime and anime-inspired stuff. And, you know, if you look at her costume, you know, she's got this really low-cut front, and they animate her breasts in a way to kind of have them bounce around and stuff like that. I'm not meaning to draw your attention to that, but it's a bummer. I'm just like, why are you doing that? You know, it's just kind of that pervasive objectification of women thing going on in entertainment. I talked about it a little bit in my review for Kin, which I just saw today. I posted that review, just barely had time to get that review posted right before starting the stream here. But it's a bummer to see that happening, and ironic when so many voices in the entertainment industry are very pro-women, very feminist, you know, women's rights and that kind of stuff, and I'm just like, there's an inconsistent message here. What is that about? Anyway, we don't need to get into all that. I haven't had her specialize in anything yet? Okay, well, I'm gonna do... I feel like I should do staves, because she might be getting her hands on a staff soon. Maximum MP and magic attack power will increase. This skill's a boon for running all sorts of spells. Yeah, I'm just gonna boost that, because she will be my stave person. Yes. Jessica learns Acceleratle. Jessica's stave skills improve. She becomes a junior staffer. A junior staffer at a music camp. She learns KSAP. 64 gold. How are we doing on health, everybody? Wrong button to check that. Okay, 5. Yeah, I could cast some heal on Yangus. Here we go. Moving along. I'm trying to think if this is one of the first games on PS2. PS2 started giving you full control of the camera, you know, which was not a thing common at all in the PS1 era. And we take that for granted now, but that was kind of neat at the time. Yeah, these guys shouldn't be too bad. It's always interesting to me as I'm, you know, looking at the streams later on, watching, you know, what you guys are seeing and hearing and stuff, and seeing how close the timing is between me and the music, because as I'm singing along, you know, I'm right along with, you know, I'm singing right along with the music as I'm hearing it in my headphones, but there can be, if there's a little bit of a delay, which I have some control over, I can control how many, like, milliseconds the delay is, but sometimes there's still just factors, weird glitchy factors I can't control that will still have it result in being off a little bit. So it sounds like I can play a stream and it's like, well, he doesn't quite have a sense of the beat, does he? That's what it feels like. Okay, so here's some slimes. These are orange slimes, but, you know, the blue ones have the same design, just they're blue. But I liked... Oh, this is what I liked in this game. There was these classic enemy designs, but with these three... Now they were in 3 dimensions, and they had these really interesting little animations, you know? I mean, you see them kind of bouncing up and down, and then occasionally moving from side to side and stuff. You know, that was such a novelty at the time. And what I've seen of the animations in Dragon Quest XI look really nice, too, and strangely endearing, and like... Yeah, listen to me. I mean, this game is the exception to the rule when it comes to what I typically enjoy aesthetically. It's just bizarre that I would enjoy this game. Eclectic1995 asks, is the sex appeal stat basically a specialized charisma stat? Yes. Or you could view it as a stat that contributes to charm type of abilities, where you can daze your opponent or in some way immobilize them or make them ineffective or whatever. That's the mechanical effect in the end, is in some way you're disabling enemies. Truthseeker1995 says, the names are always ... interesting in Japanese media. Yeah, I feel like the translations, I mean, there's just culturally, it's just different, very different, and part of me would love to one day visit Japan, even though it would be very intimidating because, you know, I don't speak the language at all, but just to kind of soak in that culture and get a sense of really how radically different it is. Okay, new guys here. Yeah, we'll just try standard attacks now. Wait, there are she-slimes? Asks Truthseeker1995. I didn't notice. I just assumed they were called orange slimes. Did they say she-slimes? They might have. Hell Hornets! Is there any other kind of hornet? I think they're all from hell, aren't they? Any kind of flying insect that can sting you. That is a symptom of fallen creation. No, I don't know. My being vulnerable to stinging insects is certainly a symptom of fallen creation. Well, Oh! Scorpions. Oh man, Pater's in trouble. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna change up the tactics. Gotta get serious now. So we're gonna fight. That's the general tactic for the whole party. Spells. We will heal thyself. And just do attacks here, I guess. Let's do... Can I do multiple enemies? What do we got here? K-Sap. Reduces the defense of a group of enemies. Oh, that could be handy right now. Because I think, like, with these shells on them, they're a little harder to defeat. Agility of all party members. Crack. Pierces a single with razor-sharp icicles. Okay, that's what Crack does. Frizz. Single enemy. You know, let's do K-Sap. Ugh. Oh, man. Ba-na-na-na-na. That's a cool little light animation. Ba-na-na-na. Ba-na-na-na-na. I don't know if I dare fight with him yet. Let's do heal one more time. And let's see, does he have any ability? Oh, what's this? A skull-splitting smash that lowers an opponent's defense as it inflicts damage. An unpredictable attack that can slay an enemy. Oh no, I don't want unpredictability. I want faithful damage dealing. This is a single enemy. So I don't think I have a spell yet. I think Pater has a spell that singes, like, shoots at a group of enemies. Well, let's do Crack. At least they're not poisoning me yet. Okay, Truth Seeker 1995. Yeah, they must have been called She-Slimes then. I totally missed that. Oh, Pater's poisoned now. Okay. Well, let's squelch that poison. It's catchy. It's repetitive, but it's catchy. Alright, one left. These battles would be going faster if I was not streaming, but I'm constantly trying to multitask and think about other things and checking the stream, make sure everything's going okay, and... Truth Seeker 1995 quotes me saying, oh, he just took it off. I thought it was funny, you didn't have to take it off. He says, let's do Crack. Pater France and 2018. Oh, no, wait, no, you retracted the one before that. Let's do Crack, Pater France 2018. So that's the quote from Pater France 2018. Let's do Crack. Nice. Good one. Alright. What was I thinking or doing? Oh, I gotta do some healing here. That's interesting. Pater is usually kind of like my basic attack guy, but he's kind of like being healing support right now. Jessica's in trouble. She's been doing some good attacking. Nice. Beautiful. Nice. What do we got? Nice. Okay. And usually in these games, when a hero gains a level, I mean, this was different. Well, no. When a hero gains a level, they have their own built-in upgrade path. So they just automatically learn new skills. The game already has predetermined what skills and spells they'll learn at what levels and stuff, so you're not making those choices. In Dragon Quest V, I believe it was, or maybe it was 6. I can't remember now which one. but you can get it on the Game Boy, the Nintendo DS. They got a huge job system, and honestly, I lost patience with that game in part because of the job system. It also got too open-ended at one point, but without a quest log system, I was just like lost. I would have to sit there with like a strategy guide all the time, and I don't want to have to do that. I don't want to have to buy strategy guides anymore. Just give me a quest log system so I can remember what I was going to do next, you know. So I actually am totally fine with it, kind of just determining. I mean, I guess I get some choices here, but as far as like what techniques they learn, I'm fine. Just let me grind, you know, half mindlessly. So he's still doing clubs, huh? Is he wielding an axe right now? I think he's wielding an axe. So I'll boost his axe skills. Oh no, wait, he was wielding... He's got a big hammer, doesn't he? Oh well. Isn't that what he's wielding right now? Let me double check. Yes, he's got an axe. Wait. He's got an axe. Okay, no, that's good. Alright. Oh, that's interesting. I hadn't heard that they're revamping the Jurassic Park ride into the Jurassic World ride. Well, I hope they don't take away any of what made that ride cool. Holly and I went to Universal Studios not too long ago. I want to say it was just like 2 years ago, maybe? And I went on that ride again. Still freaked the crap out of me. It's a good ride. At least for me. I scare easily. Man, when you're coming up that incline in the dark, and you know the T-Rex thing I'm talking about if you've been on the ride. Can't take it. And it's loud. It's so loud. That's, I think, what has a big effect on me. Alright. Oh man, I should have healed. I can't multitask, you guys. I'm making terrible strategic decisions. Alright, about 9 more minutes with this one. Let's see. Let's do spells, heal, Jessica. And then... no, let's just do straight up attacks. Gosh. Chainine. Nice, okay. Yeah, I feel like... I'm afraid if I leave those she-slimes alone, they're gonna do something I don't like, but these chainines look like more trouble to me, so I'm gonna, I guess, go after them first. Let's see, I'm gonna bet... Let's do K-Sap on these guys. Bum, 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 bum. Nice, okay. Uh-oh. I'm glad she got K-Sap in before they did that to her. Okay, so... yeah, I gotta do some more healing. Gosh, I don't think I have anything that would, like... eliminate the paralyzing effect that's on Jessica. So I'll just attack. Rugged Warrior says a lot of OGs on that ride. I don't know, you'd have to ask my wife if she remembers any of that. Okay, now we're doing much better. He dodges the collar. Nice. Where's that chest? I want to get that chest and then go back to... oh, it's down there. Okay, let's go get the chest and then probably head back to town, and if I have any time left, I'll grind a little bit more around town, but... ugh, I haven't quite finished exploring this area. That bothers me a little bit, but that's okay. You're gonna be doing plenty of Dragon Quest exploring on Tuesday. Okay, what do we got going on here? Oh, it's getting close to nighttime. I wonder if these are the nighttime monsters coming out. Pretty soon, these guys look like they got poison stuff going on. I don't want anything to do with them. Oh, what's this? Traces an X in the air as it plows into the enemy. What's the tactical advantage of tracing an X in the air? I don't know. Let's go back. Okay, abilities. Sure, I mean it costs 2 points, so it must be a little bit better than just my standard attack. No, I don't need that. I just need to do damage. And I don't think she has... Let's see what we got. She hasn't learnt any. Single enemy. Yeah, well, I'm thinking of anything fire is what we want to use on these guys. I keep singing just that same part over and over again. It's probably getting a little irritating. Let's see here. Yeah, I guess I'll heal. Heal Jessica. You know, I mean, you have to weigh how offensive you want to be. If you get too defensive, then the enemies that are damaging you are just going to stick around forever and whittle you down till you're all out of magic points. You know, so you really have to make these kind of tactical decisions of, is it time to heal yet? For multiple reasons, you know. Oops. No, back. Cancel. What the crap? I didn't mean to do that, whatever it happened. Pretty weak, Jessica. Well, you just gave me a stave, Pater. Or you gave me stave points. Let's see here. So I'll heal myself. Attack there. Frizz there. Pum, 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 pum. Alright, doing okay. Let's just finish this guy off. Let's not do any healing. Just take him out! There we go. Okay, now remember to heal, Pater. Oh. This button layout. Alright, I'm doing okay on magic points. Yeah, that's good. Can I get away with not healing her yet? Because it heals at least 30, and I don't need that much, so let's see if we can hold off. Magic points are precious. Truth Seeker 99999995. Sorry. The stream's going until 9 p.m. Pacific. 9 p.m. Pacific. I have, if you're not in Pacific right now, I have almost 7 o'clock Pacific time on my watch. Oh, man. It's taking longer to get back to town than I thought it would. Uh-oh. Well, I at least want to see what's... I mean, I don't really need to save. It's fine. I'm not going to be coming back to this game probably for at least another year if I'm, you know... Maybe if I'm still in the mood after Dragon Quest XI, I'll come back to it, but I do want to kind of see what's in that treasure chest. Don't you guys want to see that? I don't know. I want to see it. Oh, man. Oh, fire's got to be good on those guys, right? Oh, but she only has, like... She's almost out of magic points. Do I have anything that will fill up magic? Nope. Oh, man. Alright. I wandered too far from home. Big mistake. Oh! Ba-dum-dum. 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 Oh, Jessica. Not doing so good. Maybe if you wore better armor. Oh, wait. Okay, I'll heal you. I will heal you, Jessica. Even though you dressed irresponsibly. Okay, let's burn this punk. Burn him! 10? Come on, he's made of wood! Maybe he's a really well-watered tree. Oh, I don't have enough magic points to cast heal anymore? Oh, we're in trouble, guys. Let's see here. Wait, what is... Oh, okay, that might come in handy. 60 or more HP to a single ally. Oh, Chimera Wing, I might be able to make use of that. Let's do Medicinal Herb on Jessica. Oh, here's another thing that's kind of cool that I can appreciate now. Each party member has their own item pack. So it became a convenience at some point in JRPGs and other RPGs that you have a party for everyone to draw from a communal sack of items. But if you think about it, that's not really realistic, that they would all be in the middle of the thick of battle. I mean, it's already a leap of, logic to think that they would have time to pull anything out of their own sack, but, let alone the idea of some kind of community sack they're all carrying, And so they each have very limited space in their own, item packs, and so you have to choose how you're going to fill those spaces, like how many. And the healing items, they don't stack on top of each other and just fill a single item slot. No, it's like each single healing item takes up, its own spot in their items that they can readily access in battle. And so in between battle, as you're heading out, you have these strategic decisions to make, So I think that this because of the tactics that they still ask of you, they ask you to employ, this is a game that does not become boring in the way that I think a lot of turn-based JRPGs did, and kind of gave JRPGs a reputation of being kind of like boring and simplistic and stuff. We need more pizzazz and live action or like real-time type stuff. And I'm like, no, not if you create the right kind of constraints for the player to have to navigate. Then it can be still simple but interesting, Oh, wait. Back! Wait, okay, back like that. Okay. Yangus, you've got a medicinal herb that you need to use right now. On yourself. And Jessica... Oh, man. I did this wrong. Okay. Let's go back. Let's go all the way back. I'm going to have Pater and Yangus heal, and... Wait. No. Pater's going to attack. Yangus is going to medicinal herb himself. And Jessica is going to medicinal herb... Oh, crap. So she's the only one that's going to be freed up to attack, and her attack is weak sauce. All right. Okay. All right, Jessica. Gotta pull your weight next time. Wait, am I doing this backward? No, she doesn't have a healing thing, so I have to use both Pater and Yangus to do that. Alright. And no more spell points. No learnt abilities. Sad. Alright, it's past 7. I'm gonna shut this off and move on to the next game. But see, now you get a sense of like how this is not a mindless experience, you know. And I don't know if the same will be true of Dragon Quest XI. I hear they're trying to make it accessible to new players, but I think they were trying to do that with this game too. So, yeah. Anyway, okay. So that'll be enough for that. Let's move on to. Oh, okay, yeah. Dragon Age Origins up next. Bye, Miscellaneous D. Thanks for coming. And yeah, I'll be putting this up. It won't go up into the regular archives, but I do archive these and release them kind of in hour-long episodes in the weeks to come. All right. November 3rd, Dragon Quest XI and Spider-Man for PS4 are coming out within 3 days of each other. I'm going to try and review both games. I don't have time to make a brand new Extra Life recruitment bumper. November 3rd. Once again this year, Christian Geek Central is participating in Extra Life. This is a charity that raises funds for the Children's Miracle Network of Hospitals, which provides free medical care to children whose families could otherwise not afford it. And this is very often for critical, life-saving treatment. Joining our team only requires a willingness to ask your family and friends to consider donating toward your fundraising efforts. Participants also usually do something fun and game-related to draw attention to their fundraising efforts, like a special game night at your home or your church. Or like me, you could do a crazy 24-hour video gaming marathon. Now, I'm theming it around video games, but really this event can be themed around any kind of gaming, which includes both video games and tabletop games of any kind. What you do to raise funds is entirely up to you, but I would love for you to consider joining the Christian Geek Central Extra Life team. As team leader, I'll be there to help answer your questions, provide some helpful tips if I can, and just in general be your fundraising cheerleader and try to draw attention myself to your fundraising efforts. You can get more information about the event as a whole at extra-life.org, and if you choose to sign up there, be sure to select Christian Geek Central as your team so I can get in touch with you and then just help in whatever way I can. Fundraising can begin at any time, but our main push is going to be through the month of October leading up to November 3rd. That's the annual Extra Life Game Day, when I'll be streaming my 24-hour video gaming marathon live and trying to stay awake without throwing up. More details on my live stream as we get closer to it. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.